And welcome back. Joining us for this final segment of Byline, Joe Browning, Senior Assistant Athletic Director, UNC Wilmington, and an honoree in the 2010 class of the Athletics Hall of Fame, Bill Harris. Great to meet you, Bill. Thanks for coming in.
Buddy.
We're going to talk to Bill about his career. Joe, let's talk just a little about the Hall of Fame, the class coming up this Saturday. It was started in 1998, wasn't it?
1998 was our first class, and we really designed it to honor student athletes, coaches, administrators, and anyone really who had contributed from the community to the success of our program. So we're delighted to have these 5 individuals going in Saturday, and we think it's a very, very quality class.
Yeah, let's run down the honorees. Of course, Bill Harris and
Bill and Gwen Austin, who's our all-time leading scorer in women's basketball,
right,
and rebounder. Dan Gallagher, who was NCAA Swimming All-American in 2002. Bill, of course. Bruce Kavanaugh, who played baseball for us.
Stand-up baseball player,
very good catcher and prominent businessman here locally. And George Roundtree III, who is a attorney and very, very good to us through the years.
Bill Harris, great to meet you.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
I was researching you and just totally fascinated by your story. Give us a little background. How'd you get to UNCW? Of course, it was Wilmington College then, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And how'd you get there to play Seahawk basketball?
I came from Hamlet, North Carolina. Grew up in Hamlet.
Hamlet?
And, of course, we played Post 10, which is Legion team here in Wilmington, and we were Richmond County. We played them 3 years, and Coach Brooks, he got to see me for 3 years, and after the 62 season, he didn't have but 3 players left off the team: second baseman, left fielder, and the pitcher. So he had to go out recruiting, and he came up and got me. And
did you get a scholarship?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that stand out in your mind about those years? You played 63, 64, and 66.
66.
What happened to 65?
Well, we were getting ready to start the season, and Coach Brooks normally doesn't give us a weekend off, but he gave us a weekend off. So I go home to visit my mother and my family, take my girlfriend, and so I cut it short. I had a grease fire in the kitchen. Well, in the process of getting out the door, my daddy kicked it out the door. And of course, I was standing in the door, and it went all over. So and I ended up in the hospital for 21 days.
Wow. So it was a medical thing.
And I just never did. Couldn't come back and play that year. So.
But during the years you played, it was a very strong program.
Oh yes, sir. We won my first year. We won the National Junior College Championship in Grand Junction, Colorado, and they won it in '61. We won it again in '63, which was the last year it was a junior college.
And baseball, was it always a passion?
Oh yes.
For you?
Oh yeah. I played Little League, Pony League, high school, American Legion. I was in the East-West All-Star game, and then I got a chance to go to college and to play ball. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play ball, So,
what did that experience mean to you?
Well, it taught me a lot about life in general. In baseball, you learn how to win, you learn how to lose, and it just growing up with the guys. Like I said, 7 of us came in here as freshmen, right out of high school. And I had been away from home. We kind of grew up as a family, type thing. And growing up, and we're still close now.
Really?
It's been 40-some years.
Wow.
We still get together in every August.
And then you went on to play pro ball, 66 through 72.
Yeah, I signed out of college in '66, and played first year at Reno, Nevada, A-ball. Then I went to AA in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Started off '68 season in Portland, Oregon, which is AAA. And then Chico Simone got hurt in Cleveland, so they called me up.
In '68?
'68. And I finished the year.
Played Cleveland Indians.
Right.
And then you went to Kansas City Royals.
And in '69, when they had expansion clubs, Kansas City Royals and Seattle came in. And Cleveland, you couldn't protect but 25 players on the club. So they didn't protect me, and Kansas City picked me up. They paid $175,000 for me, but I didn't get none of that. So, but anyway. I'm still looking for my cut of that.
Joe, tell our viewers and why Bill was such a standout player.
Well, obviously his statistics prove it. I mean, he's very good at the plate, very good fielder, was part of some successful programs, and he deserves to be there.
Yeah. How did you find out that you were going to be honored as a Hall of Famer?
Joe called me
you?
by phone, and he said that I was going to be one of the 5 this year, and I went, okay. And the first thing they asked, who else?
Yeah.
You know, and what makes this is significant for me because I'm the first one off of the 63 team in the Hall of Fame. The 61 team's got 3. So we're making a start now to catch up with them. So I'm the first one off of that team, which is...
What'd you think when you got the call?
Glad, relieved.
Relieved?
Relieved, you know, because, you know, it was just to be honored by the school is one thing. Just like in Hamlet, they got like a wall of fame that's got a granite stone, and I'm on there, but that's my hometown. Now to be honored by the school that I've seen grow. In '62 when I came here, there wasn't 3 buildings on campus. That was it.
It was still Wilmington College.
Wilmington College had 3 buildings, and now look at it, what it's grown into now.
So what's life like for you now?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm still working at an industrial sales company and on Blue Clay Road. I'm warehouse manager, and I'm working 4 days a week. Hope to soon retire a little bit, but right now everything's good. Everything's good.
Joe, tell us a little about the induction ceremony. It's this Saturday night. It's going to be a pretty big affair.
It's actually we have a reception at 11:30, and then luncheon starts at noon, and it's kind of the ceremony's incorporated into the luncheon. After we have lunch, we'll let Kevin Hull, former news anchor at Channel 6, is going to be the MC, and we'll do it alphabetically, and so Bill will be kind of in the middle. But we'll introduce each of the inductees via video. We have a video package on them, and then we'll ask them to come up and receive an award, and then we'll ask them to say a few words. And I concentrate on a few since Bill's sitting here, so sometimes they get kind of lengthy. But
now, are there tickets for the public?
Yes, tickets are $15 each, and it's open to anyone who wants to come.
Well,
they can call the athletic ticket office or call my office at 962-3236, and I'll be glad to fix them up.
Where is it? At Bernie?
It's at the Bernie Center, yes, on campus, and Saturday the 30th.
Will it be televised for the future?
We're televising it. We're going to tape delay it on Time Warner locally, and
it'll probably be repeated several times on the Learning Channel.
Yes, it's going to be a great event. It's always it's very inspirational because you hear some stories from individuals and how they got to where they are.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, it's one of my most enjoyable events of the year that I work with. So it's a fun event.
Bill, before we went on camera, you mentioned you said baseball is not today. It's a lot different than when you were playing. Give us a little insight what you mean.
Anybody knows the sport, it's changed.
Yeah.
Back when I was playing, I call it baseball was baseball. It's like, for instance.
What about the steroid, all the steroid controversy? Are you shocked, surprised?
In a way, yeah, and in a way not.
Was there
there's always somebody doing something.
There was, even when you were playing?
No, not with us. But like we didn't have the designated hitter, none of that. Didn't have pitcher got the ball back then. He was expected to go 9 innings. He didn't go 5, 6. You got somebody pitched the 7th, got somebody pitched the 8th, somebody pitched the 9th. You know, it's just the game's still the same. You still got to catch it, you got to throw it, and you got to hit it. But the concept,
business.
It's all business now. Yeah. It's like in the big leagues, it's all money, you know. And I came along right in the start with Kurt Flood, started the free agent. He was testing the free agent market. You probably remember Kurt Flood, but.
Well, we're just about out of time. I want to wish you the best of luck this Saturday. Congratulations.
Thank you again.
Well deserved. We're very proud that you represented us so well.
Okay,
Joe, thanks so much.
Quick question, if I could. You don't want to give you 7 minutes to speak.